What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are back with another episode of Super Mario 64. Last time, once I can get to this screen, we completed Tick-Tock Clock, which, thank the gods above, I never have to do that again.
Now you just have to go on TikTok.
Yeah, there you go. Depending on when this comes out, that may be an outdated statement. Who the hell knows? So the last place we were is here, in front of the clock. We beat the clock. Now, we haven't really explored much more of this room.
Oh, there's other stuff in here.
Well, so where do you want to go? Do you want to go left, right?
Let's scale these bricks with, like, offshooting wooden pieces. Or no, I guess it's just bricks.
It's just brick.
I guess we can't scale them. What about over there?
This?
Yeah.
We can get up there.
Ooh, can we jump out the window?
Sure.
Whoa.
It's not a window.
What is it?
It's a room with a hole in the floor.
Jump in it. Jump on it. Whoa.
Oh, God. You said you wanted to do all the stars, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, just because I said it doesn't mean we have to do it.
Doesn't it, though?
I mean, not really. It's a coin.
Oh, crap.
There's like,
I think I've already lost.
oh, there's like acid rain coming out of that cloud.
The green stuff?
This is like a gross iced cookie over here.
Oh, that is not a landable platform. This is the... Oh, good, actually. That's super helpful. Hi, I'll prepare the cannon for you.
Thanks, buddy.
Alright, so maybe I haven't lost yet. Ready for blast off? Come on, hop into the cannon! I don't even remember what voice I gave that guy in the past, but that feels right.
Even if it's not.
Is there anything at the top
Ooh,
of
a
this?
Twizzler.
That's what you just said was acid rain on the other thing.
Well, it looked like acid rain.
Where am I going?
It was a cloud that looked like it was raining,
Yeah.
but it was all green stuff.
Yeah. Oh, God. Come on.
See?
Yeah. I know what you were talking about. Don't
Oh.
get me wrong. I need to get to another cloud that has a hat.
This cookie has a cannon coming out of it.
Fast. Oh, God. Come on. Come on. Oh, wow. I went way too far. Alright, come on. Don't. I can't see. I can't see. Oh, thank God. Okay. Alright. Now, where am I trying to go? Ah, there's... do we go here already? Ha! I missed.
How do you fall to your death when you're wearing a hat with wings on it that makes you fly? Can you explain that to me?
Well, technically, we didn't fall to our death. We did not lose, or did we lose a life? Maybe we did.
I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. I never look at that.
It's all good. Okay. Well, anyway, that's that area. So if we want to go back in there, we can. And the other... So, do you want to just try to go back in that room and get that star, or do you want to look around in the room more?
Let's look around in the room more.
Okay. So that was over to the left here.
Mm-hmm.
So what else?
This blue thing over here to the left.
It's a star door.
Oh.
We hadn't found the last one yet. I mentioned that last time.
Oh, so is this the last one?
Yeah.
Oh, so is this where Princess Peach is hiding? Since
mean-
it has 2 pictures of her on either side, even though it's the same damn picture.
First of all, she's not hiding. Bowser would have taken her. That's kind of the whole thing.
I don't mean she's hiding, but I mean she's being hidden from us.
Right. But there's still 11 stars to get. So even in that last area where there were red coins,
Yeah.
presumably that's a star, because when you get 8 red coins, you get a star in all the other areas. But that's only 110, not 120. So we know that there are 7 stars per world and 10 stars that we don't know about. So presumably there's another world somewhere.
Oh.
So if this is the last star door, and that's Tick-Tock Clock over there, and that's that area that we were just in, where do you think the last world is?
Oh. It's symmetrical.
Yeah.
Oh. Ba, 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 ba.
So we have found course 15, Rainbow Ride.
Rainbow Ride.
And the first star is called Cruiser Crossing the Rainbow.
A magic fucking carpet?
Mm-hmm.
That's boss. Oh, lovely.
Yep, don't hit me. Damn it.
You had to say
Or
it.
it could immediately hit me. Oh, I wasn't sure exactly where on the carpet I had to stand to not have that exact thing happen to me. And instead, it happened to me, so... It's all good. Okay, so now we'll know. We gotta go back here and jump over the... Alright, fine, I'll go
Sure.
around it. I just didn't want to go on that island, but I guess I have to. Alright. Third time's the charm, I've heard.
I haven't heard that.
God damn it. Come on. Alright, so the fire spits. Then we can get off. And then get back on and not fall off. And then, when we get to the end of the rainbow, the carpet just falls.
It becomes no longer a magic carpet.
Oh, God.
It's a magic-less carpet.
Yeah, well, it's traveling along this track, right? This rainbow track, so...
It's very awkward.
Mm-hmm.
There's just these blue wooden planks
Mm-hmm.
for you to jump over.
Mm-hmm. That if we don't jump over, it pushes us off the carpet and we fall to our death.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
for
you
fun
do.
sakes. Which way? Yeah, I killed that guy. More fire.
It's a peppermint stick. What is this, a ceiling fan? Oh, man. I remember being a kid and
a good-
just like, how many times
No.
did I get like hit by the ceiling fan?
In your bedroom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like dancing, jumping up and down, flinging my arms up, throwing stuff. Like, how many times did that ceiling fan hit something? My arm, an item of some kind. It doesn't hurt as much as you think it would.
No.
Or at least it didn't. I don't know, maybe other fans are just higher powered than the ones I had. A pirate ship.
It's actually a cruiser crossing the rainbow, thank you.
No, it's not.
Well, it is. Because now we have 110 stars. Okay. Back in we go. There's a whole world to explore.
Nice.
The big house in the sky.
We're going to heaven?
You mean jail?
Same thing.
Same thing. That is a dark response.
Aren't all my responses dark? Let's be real.
That's fair. Jump off. Don't do the wrong thing. Woo! Okay. Oh. Okay, now we go this way.
Oh boy.
Hey, killed that guy again. Suck it. Okay.
Okay.
And then just do some squats while we wait.
I saw that.
You know, just passing the time. What the hell else am I gonna do?
Hey, you could do those exercises in real life, I suppose.
Nah, that's not a thing.
Yeah, I don't exercise either.
Who has time for that? We're playing video games. The princess isn't going to save herself, Amy. That's actually not true. She could, if she really wanted to. Because she's awesome. Oh god, we did... damn it! I panicked. Okay.
Fucked up.
A little. What? Oh, this is just a different area. Alright. Well, we want to go here? Is it going to come back? Oh, actually. Sorry, I gotta go this way, actually. Yeah, it did come back. Good. What?
Wow. American Ninja Warrior.
Alright, that's better. It would be Italian Ninja Warrior, thank you.
Stereotype Ninja Warrior. He's Italian-American.
I mean, he lives in the Mushroom Kingdom, so...
He's Italian mushroom? I don't know.
In the movie, starring Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, they were in, like, Brooklyn or something, I think.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, you weren't aware that there was a Super Mario Brothers movie?
No.
Yeah. Starring...
John Leguizamo was in it?
John Leguizamo was Luigi.
What? But he's so short.
and not Italian.
No. I have to see anything that John Leguizamo is in. This is real?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Okay, we have to watch it.
And you know who Bob Hoskins is? Do you remember?
No.
He's the human from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Does that help you?
I think so.
Oh god. Okay. Okay, we're gonna be careful in here. I'm not gonna get screwed over. Oh, thank god. Whew. This is the big house in the sky, by the way, if you didn't get it. It's a big house and it's a fireplace and everything. Anyway, I can show you a picture of Bob Hoskins later.
I'm good on that. I just really want to watch this movie.
Well, he was Mario, is what I'm getting at.
It can't be the guy I'm thinking of then.
Why?
Well, I mean, if John Leguizamo was Luigi, then maybe it can.
Also, if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong on this, but if I remember correctly, I believe Dennis Hopper is Bowser.
I'm very confused by this.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, where is it gonna hit me? No! Oh, I lived. Yes! Okay, here we go. Isn't this the most fun you've ever had?
This is very awkward.
And up.
There's a star.
We did it.
Yeah.
111 stars.
High score.
Yeah.
Does it always just say high score?
It counts how many coins you got. Coins amassed in a maze. I actually genuinely don't remember where this is. So, in other words, in the first one, we only got like 11 coins or something before getting the star. The second time, we got 28 coins before getting the star. So it was a high score in terms of the number of coins that we got during that star. So, like this time...
last time it said high score, too.
Right, because we got 11, and it was the first time we'd gotten coins on this level.
Oh. Okay.
Or in this world, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I don't know where the red coins are, but we haven't seen them yet, so I'm going to say that they're this way. Nope. Don't do that. Get out of here. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
That pinched you right in the ass.
Okay. Now what?
Now do it again, bitch.
Fair.
Faster.
Yeah. Seemingly. Alright, so...
Jump!
Okay, here we go. Huh. Come on. Perfect. Oh my god. No! Woohoo! That was no! Damn it. We're on a sponge. Where is this maze? I don't think it's up there, but I don't think it could be over there either. Whatever, we'll get this star, I guess. Oh my god. Okay, we'll get no stars. We'll just die. That's fine.
That sounds right.
Right? Okay. Let's try this again.
Back in the hole.
So I was wrong, by the way. The coins amassed in a maze are this way.
Ah. There are coins there. So you should get them.
Actually, I'm a fool. Damn it. Okay, well, whatever. Because I was supposed to do the 100 coins first. Because if we're doing red coins, we do 100 coins. We've done this for a while now, Joe.
I mean, you don't have to do it that way if it's going to be hard.
No, it just makes the most sense that way.
I mean, I agree, but I'm not the one attempting to do it.
That guy went very far away and I need him to... There we go. Okay.
Patience is key.
Correct.
You gotta wait for stuff.
Yeah, and this level especially. I mean, sitting on, like, you know, you saw me doing those squats or whatever, sitting on that thing, on that magic carpet. It takes forever.
Yeah, I mean, it's magical, but it's not magically fast. Okay.
Oh god, that was a terrible idea what I just did. Am I dead?
Yep.
Okay, well, I deserved that to a slight degree. There we go. Caught the lip. We're fine. Alright, so now we can do this properly. Instead of going all the way around for no reason. Just start here. Oh, I lost one of them. That's fine. Not a big deal. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Worth it. Is this a one-up? Yeah, it is.
Nice. That's worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
Coin thing, I didn't agree. It was more than one coin, maybe, but for one?
Still.
It's Caesar.
Oh, come on.
Whoa,
no,
whoa,
no, 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 no. Damn it.
That was just shitty. Not like shitty for you to do, but like the way that that ended up for you was shitty.
That was funny. Good, now it's here. So I don't have to do that again.
Until the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they put those coins right on the edge.
Oh, yeah,
They really want you to fall.
Now, I got past the flame, but I didn't wait for that. That's
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know, if only someone had told me that patience was key.
Yeah, it seems like this level is about waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the last level. So it's like, either it is like brilliant, and then it's like, hey, you know, you've played this game for so long, how about you relax a bit and enjoy the scenery? Or it's like the worst, because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so close to the end, and
It's teasing you.
yeah.
It's just prolonging it that much longer.
Exactly. Wow. Oh, good.
Okay,
Convenient.
that worked.
Helpful. Okay.
Weirdly.
All right.
What is this platform anyway? A
I told
sponge?
you, it's a sponge. That was a joke that I made.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
Oh. I'm glad to see someone appreciates my jokes.
That mushroom that you just killed?
That's a Goomba.
It's a mushroom.
It's Alright, so we got those coins. Now we go this way. And then this way.
Do y'all like mushrooms? I'll put... Joe hates mushrooms. I'm sort
God!
of...
Okay, we're good.
It depends
flip out.
for me. I don't like raw mushrooms, but I like cooked mushrooms. But I don't like if there's too much mushrooms. The only thing I like a lot of mushrooms on is like a marsala. But yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think, or if you have like any dishes that you make that use like a lot of mushrooms that you really, really love. Leave that in the comments.
Oh, don't fall off. Fine. Or fall off. See if I care. Crap. I think I have to go over here now. So first of all, let's get this guy. Wasn't thrown very far at all now, was it? Okay. Now this is gonna suck.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is gonna be very, very bad. Okay. Come on.
Yeah, boy.
Oh,
Oh,
I missed most of them.
oh no.
He prepared the cannon for us. We'll need that later.
How is he preparing this cannon? He's literally standing in the same spot. He hasn't done a damn thing. Wow. We just die. We just fall and die.
Conveniently, this heart's right here. It's almost like they knew. Okay, or I won't do it at all. That's cool too. Let's... oh, God.
Hardcore parkour.
Yeah, basically. So here's the coins amassed in a maze. Why did I not just long jump there? The world may never know. Like how many licks it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll center of Tootsie Pop.
No, they know that.
Do they?
They totally do. It's probably a Mythbusters episode or something.
Or Food Theory. Alright. And...
how's it made?
Yeah. Okay. There we go. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. My apologies. Really, fire? Get out of here.
I'm sure it depends on, like, the acidity of the saliva.
Oh, I was actually going to say, if I remember correctly, I think the different colors have different answers.
Oh,
like the different flavors.
Interesting.
I could be wrong on that, but I feel like I remember reading that somewhere.
I think that's probably not necessarily true. I think it's probably more like, you know, the licking technique, if you will. You know, it depends on the person licking it.
Wow, you know, when we set out to make video games for all as a channel, if you had asked me to make a list of sentences that would have been stated on the program, and specifically during Super Mario 64, licking techniques is definitely not one of them that I would have said.
Hey, I didn't get into any licking techniques. Do you want me to?
Hey, I got one. One more left. You ready?
Yeah. No, I think it depends on each person's saliva and then how they go about licking the lollipop.
Okay, you
Take
got
it
all
to
8.
the candy shop.
Thank you, 50 Cent. We'll come back for that. Let me see if I... oh, God.
Just die.
Yeah. Okay. We're very zoomed in. There we go. It's like... can we get, like, a little bit more perspective on the world here? Okay.
Hey, most of us live our lives very zoomed in.
Yeah.
No perspective on life.
Alright, so... we need 25 more, and because we missed all those blues, I don't know that we're gonna get them.
Oh,
to be
shit.
honest with you. I really don't know.
I don't think you missed that many blues.
We did.
I think you got 2 of them at least.
Okay. But each one is 5 coins. And we missed like 4, I think. Wow, how did I do that? Wow, we get no stars. None at all.
You bounced.
None at all.
That
okay.
sucks.
Alright, well. We get a second chance at the blues.
You fell in.
I did that on purpose, kind of.
No, you didn't.
When the ground pound failed, then I fell in.
Oh,
It's that way. I went the wrong way again. Haha! Saved it. Okay. I just have to, like, each time I go in, I have to remind myself what I'm doing, because God knows. Are you gonna come over here? Or?
Is he supposed to be creepy as hell? Or he
Yes.
just is?
He is, that enemy is called a shy guy.
He's not shy, he's creepy. And that's coming from the creepy friend. So I know.
Is that an invitation that you want to tell that story?
No.
Okay. Because no one knows what you're talking about.
Good. Wow, you suck at this.
Thanks!
Do you want me to tell that story?
It is entirely up to you, for it's I am in no way embarrassed by that story.
Oh.
I don't know if you would be to tell it on
I'm
this
not
show.
embarrassed by that story.
Okay, good. So,
And it's
yeah,
definitely an interesting story. So, Joe and I, and a friend of ours, Dave, from DAM314, who we have collaborated with on many occasions.
From DAM314 where?
On Twitch.
Yes. Twitch.tv/DAM314.
Sorry.
It's okay. Just want to give the man his plug properly. We got it.
We went to a wrestling show party.
It was a
where you meet the celebrities and get autographs and photographs and things like that.
It's called a meet and greet.
A meet and greet. That's
we
right.
We went to a wrestling VIP meet and greet.
Yeah.
The three of us. Go on.
And I was very excited to go to this because a certain female wrestler was going to be there, named Maria Kanellis.
Oh no!
And I didn't. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Keep telling your story. Don't bother me.
I wasn't a huge fan of her wrestling necessarily. I hadn't actually seen her wrestle a ton of times before going to this, but I loved her because I saw her on Celebrity Apprentice.
Which is a very divisive thing to say these days.
Yes, because, and the thing of it is I never watched that show. But that season I watched for some weird reason.
I also watched that season.
And I guess, and it wasn't because Maria Kanellis was on it. I think it might have been because Sharon Osbourne was on it.
That sounds right.
Yeah, and I love Sharon Osbourne. So I watched that season of Celebrity Apprentice, and I, fell in love with Maria Kanellis. I just thought she was so smart and beautiful and just sweet as anything and just, the most incredible person on the planet. So, I was, obsessed with her, and I really wanted to go to this meet and greet because we found out that she was going to be there.
Yeah, I knew how much Amy loved Maria, and that it was kind of the only thing about wrestling that Amy gave a damn about at that time at most.
Oh, well, I mean, even to this day, I mean, I'm marginally a fan at best.
Yeah. Well, you're much more aware of stuff now, right?
Well, the thing with wrestling, the type of fan that I am, and I don't know that there's a name for this, but I'm I like the people,
the actors,
that work there, you know,
the actors.
and I don't, I don't view them as their characters, I just view them as people who work for this company, and I just think that they're good people. I understand that it's a very difficult, very physically taxing job, and I have a lot of respect for them for that.
Sure.
And, I think, so when those people are... Nice.
Okay, I guess I don't get that coin.
Nice.
Go on.
Very good at wrestling technically, or very just graceful when they wrestle, or if they're extremely good performers, then I have just that much more respect for them. So I'm not really a fan per se.
Oh God.
I just have a respect for the people who do the work, you know?
Sure.
So anyway, I don't even know where I left off here, but I was in love with Maria Kanellis.
It was the only reason you were going.
Right. Legitimately, I really only wanted to go to this because she was going to be there, and I was going to get to meet her, hopefully. And so I mean, Joe and Dave wanted to go because they love wrestling, and they, always did. And so the three of us went to this. Now, Dave and Joe were going to be going to WrestleMania that weekend. Was it that weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
The event was Friday night, and then WrestleMania was Sunday.
Okay. So they were going to WrestleMania as well that weekend. And I wasn't going to WrestleMania. I was just going to this meet and greet because I wanted to meet and greet Maria Kanellis. Aw, no.
Sorry, keep telling your story. I got a game over. Ignore me.
Game over.
Tell your story. Try this again.
So we're at this, and
we might have time to tell every story that came out of that trip in general.
Yeah.
At the pace that this goddamn level's taking. Anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
The thing is, there's a lot of pieces of it that I don't necessarily remember.
Oh, sure.
But, long story short, we went to this event. We met Maria Kanellis, and
when we get up to her table, because the way that these meet and greets work is the wrestlers are set up at tables around this like conference room area in this hotel.
Right.
And it took Maria a little while to get there, and we went up to like the organizers and kind of asked to like make sure like, hey, is she still coming? And they were cool about it because they didn't exactly know. I mean, they knew that she was invited, they knew that she wanted to be there, but they hadn't heard from her that day necessarily. So they were like, hey, she's still scheduled to.
And I was anxious because now I'm like, what if she doesn't show?
Yeah. And she was a little late.
And then I came for nothing.
Right.
Literally nothing.
Right.
But yeah, so she was a little late, but she got there. We kind of like saw her as she was coming in, right?
Sorry, I yelled over you.
No, it's okay.
I apologize. Say what you said again. What was your question?
I asked you a question. I said, we kind of saw her when she got there, right?
I noticed when she walked in.
Okay.
And I kind of like tapped you on the shoulder and was like, hey, by the way, look who just got here. And, you of course were like, and we're like getting ready to approach the table, and I know Amy well enough at this point. I think at that point it was 2013, so we had been together for 7 years at that point.
Okay. So a long ass time.
Yeah. So what I'm getting at is, so I knew you well enough by then to know, and so we went up to the table, and very adorably, you like sheepishly approach, right? And I looked at Maria, and she like said hello to you, and she was really awesome.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I was like, she, meaning Amy, I was like, she's not, probably not going to be brave enough to tell you, but you are the only reason why she is here tonight. And so Maria, if I recall, said, oh, look, there's a star over here. Maria said, oh, well then, I got to get up and give you a hug. And she like came around the table to give you a hug. And then, oh God. And then she was selling like, well, again, with the way that these meet and greets work, right? She was selling photos with her, and she had some prints at the table of photographs of herself that she was selling autographs on. Like, she was selling the prints, but obviously because she was there, she would then autograph them for you as well.
Now, she hugs me, and I don't know how much talking I actually did. Like, I really wanted to talk to her about Celebrity Apprentice, because I was certain that, like, a lot of people that were going there probably never even saw her on Celebrity Apprentice. They only saw her wrestle.
Sure.
And I wanted to, like, talk to her about Celebrity Apprentice and, like, tell her, what I thought was cool about it. But I couldn't. I was speechless. I just couldn't I just couldn't.
We did, though. Do you remember?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then.
No, I think you mentioned like one thing, and that was it, because I just couldn't.
I asked her, and this was 2013, so be aware of what time it was prior to the current political climate.
Oh.
But I asked her, like, how hokey it was.
Okay.
Being on Celebrity Apprentice
Right.
with Donald Trump and all those other people, and I remember her like kind of looking at me and being like, hokey, like, and I was like, oh shit, like I don't want to offend her,
Right,
you know.
right.
So I was like, how was being on Celebrity Apprentice? And she said, she was like, well, you know, she said it was fine. She said we're sitting in this boardroom. I fucking am so annoyed. Anyway,
I remember what she said about this.
Yeah, she said she's like it was one of
This is the best.
She's like, it was one of the most surreal experiences of my life. She said, because I'm sitting in this boardroom with Donald Trump and we're trying to be all serious, or he's trying to be all serious. She's like, and I got Sharon Stone tickling my crotch, or tickling... Sharon Osbourne. Tickling in between my legs or whatever, like tickling my inner thighs while we're in this boardroom. And I'm supposed to be, like, paying attention to what's going on. Which was an amazing anecdote.
Yes.
Like, so funny. And again, she didn't know that you also loved Sharon Osbourne.
Right.
So for you, that was incredible, right? Like, that's exactly
Yeah.
what you wanted to hear from that kind of a discussion.
Yeah, and it was great, except that I couldn't really respond to it because it was so fucked up.
So I will say, though, the way that Creepy Friend came up, because that's how we got on this topic of conversation in the
Yes.
first place. The way that Creepy Friend became a thing at all. We were there with our friend Dave, but so far we've told you about myself and Amy going up to the table where Maria was, and that's it. And that's because Dave, while appreciated Maria's work, she was not one of the people that he was like really gung-ho about seeing there. And so what he was doing, in my opinion, right,
You got
was
a star.
yes. Well, I got that star last time, but then I tried to get the rest of the 100 coins and fell off and died. So maybe it's probably just better to get that star.
I was trying to be nice.
I appreciate it. Oh god. Okay. But Dave was being, again, in my opinion, a good, like, convention goer. I mean, in this case, it wasn't specifically a convention, but same idea. Like, a good meet and greet attendee. And was standing out of the way to make sure that other people that wanted to go to Maria's table while Amy and I were standing in front of it would still have space to be able to do that. So he stood...
So he stood behind us, but not just behind us. He left some space between us and himself, so that there was, like, almost an aisle.
Right, a lane for people to walk and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, because, again, I fully understood where he was coming from. He wanted to not be in the way for other people, because those tables, you know, with the two of us standing next to each other, right, shoulder to shoulder, at the table, maybe there was room for, like, one or two more people, and so Dave didn't want to, like, monopolize most of the space at that table by also being there with us. And so he stood off to the side, and again, Amy is so starstruck, right, at this point, and unable to speak or not knowing what to say, really. And so...
Well, it's not really being starstruck, because the thing is, I was in love with her. It wasn't like, okay... It wasn't like, oh, you know, she's my idol. It wasn't like that. It was like, I am going to marry her and somehow, like, go to some sort of scientist that will make it so that my uterus can somehow impregnate her or something. You know what I mean? Like, legit, like...
So... Because of all that, and Dave is aware of these wants and desires when it comes to Amy. And so Dave, again, standing off to the side. At one point, when Maria, or when Amy decides she wants a picture with Maria, and we're going to, you know, pay the cost to get a picture with her.
Yeah.
Or at least Amy was.
Yeah.
I pulled out, I was going to pull out my camera so that I could take that picture, because this was, back when I had a digital camera for these things instead of just a really good pixel phone.
We are friggin' old.
Well, I mean, it was 2013, right? I just didn't have a smartphone at that point.
Oh,
So I look over to Dave, and I was like, oh god, I ruined it. Okay, but that's fine. I was like, hey, can you hold this stuff? Because I had like some stuff in my hands that we picked up from other tables or whatever. And so I look back and I'm like, Dave, do you mind holding this stuff? And I pass it to him, and he's like, oh yeah, sure. And Maria sees me do this and looks at Dave, poor Dave, being so kind, and standing out of the way and standing in the back. And Maria looks at him and goes, oh, is he with you guys too? We were like, yeah, this is our friend Dave. And she looks at Dave right in the face and she goes, oh, so you're the creepy friend. And Dave, the look on Dave's face when he's basically like, what the fuck?
But basically afterwards, he's like, I can't believe that she would call me the creepy friend. When in reality, like, I'm the creepy friend. Like, she thought I was just a fan. But, like, I come up to the table and I spend like 20 minutes looking at her portfolio of pictures. And the one that I purchase is the sleaziest one possible.
Which you said you noticed that she knew that that's what was going on.
Yes. Like, she didn't realize I was the creepy friend until she saw the photo that I then made her sign.
Nope. Lost this one. Wow, it just launches me off to my death.
Nice. Cool. Okay. So, yes. I was the creepy friend, but Dave got called the creepy friend.
Which was perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that's definitely one of our running gags among the three of us, is that, Dave is the creepy friend when really it's Amy.
I still have that picture. It's like wrapped in plastic. It's, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure when we get our full home, it will be, displayed somewhere.
Framed.
But it's really cool. I will say the pictures of Amy and Maria were really cool. Of course, Amy talks about how much she loves her. I in no way will deny how beautiful Maria is, and yet also, because it is not all superficial, she was also really awesome. She was a really nice person.
Extremely funny.
Yes.
When we took the pictures, we had... you were holding my purse.
Because Amy was in a picture, so she handed me her purse.
Right. So, but then she was like, why don't you get in the picture?
Talking to me.
Talking to him.
Yeah.
And he gets in the picture, but he still got my purse. Yeah. And she's like, man with a purse coming through. That was exactly how she said it.
Just again, calls me out. Like, it was great. It was such a cool experience. And again, while we're friggin' sitting here, we met, if you are aware of wrestling, and if this goes up before our Dream Daddy playthrough, or after our Dream Daddy playthrough, you will know that I am also a fan of wrestling. We met some really awesome...
We met so many people that night.
Yeah. It was an amazing VIP event. But we met Gold Dust, who was incredible to talk to. Just an awesome individual, been in the business for so many years. Like, Amy and Dave, right? Dave with a bit more of a theater-based background. Amy with, like, not necessarily caring as much about wrestling, but enjoying the showmanship of it all.
Yeah, like, I really wanted to know about how he did his face paint and how he kept it on while he was wrestling and stuff like that. So he talked to us about that.
Every time.
Because, like, that stuff is important to me, because I was thinking about starting to get into cosplay and stuff like that. And makeup is interesting to me as well. So, like, those things are, the things I'm going to ask him about.
And he was super personable. I bought a copy of his book, which was incredible. He signed it for me as well, which was also awesome. We met DDP, Diamond Dallas Page,
Incredible, man.
So cool. You didn't know too much about him prior to going, did you?
Well, I knew... Well, we knew about his, we had already purchased...
Had we? No, I don't think we had.
we did.
I don't think it was at that point yet.
Okay. Well, we knew at least about his like, diet and, yoga combination.
Yes. His YRG fitness
business
system
that he had. So we talked to him about that and about like healthy foods and Monsanto seeds and all kinds of crazy stuff that like I didn't ever expect to go to a wrestling event and talk to a wrestler about.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, a lot of but yeah, there were a lot of really cool people there that were like down to earth enough to talk to me about things that I was interested in talking about.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that I wasn't really interested in talking to them about wrestling. So it was really cool.
Yeah. I will say, because I can do this, because I don't give a damn, Carlito can go straight to hell, though.
Oh, man.
Amy went up to him. And again, Amy not being a huge fan of wrestling, but enjoying CM Punk's work.
Yeah.
On the microphone at the time, and etc.
Well, I'm a fan of CM Punk the person.
Right.
I think. Yeah.
I finally.
Oh, that was too fucking good. I finally got to the star, and then plummeted to my death without getting it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Tricky triangles. Yeah, they're tricky, all right.
They sure are. Anyway, Amy was wearing this really awesome CM Punk shirt.
It was a fine one. It wasn't my cool white one. It was the green one.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah. That one doesn't fit me anymore. I'm not even sure where that one is.
I couldn't tell you. But I know we go up to Carlito's table, and Carlito immediately turns on the I'm a bitter asshole routine, which was super tired. Because it's like, we're in New York City because WrestleMania is in New York, New Jersey, right? I mean, obviously we lived close enough to it at the time. Like that's not why we were that close to the city, but that's why we were at this event. This event was being held because it was very close to WrestleMania,
right.
And so there were going to be a lot of wrestling fans there, and so some of the retired and or fired wrestlers from WWE showed up in order to have fans of theirs from the past show up and buy experiences, either photos, autographs, or just the experience of talking to them and seeing them. And we go to Carlito's table, and Amy, again, he has no idea who she is, like, where she's coming from in terms of her fandom or whatever, but still, Amy walks up to the table, and Carlito looks at her and looks at her shirt and goes, "Oh, are you a CM Punk fan?" And Amy's like, "I mean, yeah." And he's like, "CM Punk, you know, his thing is that he's straight edge. He doesn't drink, he doesn't do drugs, and he doesn't work out." And it was like, wow, dude, you're like really a bitter piece of shit, aren't you? Like,
I'm like, yeah, no, that sounds just like me, so I don't see a problem. I mean, I didn't say that, but because, like, he was clearly bitter about it.
Very.
I was like, okay, then.
Yeah, and really, it was at that point, it was just like, okay, I guess we leave now.
Right, like, this dude's not worth it.
Yeah. There's just no point to bothering.
Right.
So I'm going to try for the 100 coins here, since this is the last star. If I fail, I can at least get the last star, and then we can come back for the 100 coins. But, yeah, so that was annoying. But, also, because we still have time to kill, shout-outs to Rhyno.
Yeah.
Rhyno was incredible. We were at that event for, I would say, 3-4 hours.
Yeah. Easily.
Was how long we stayed, maybe even 5. We were one of the first people there. I mean,
right.
There were 3 of us.
Like, the room looked pretty free and empty when we arrived.
Yes.
I was kind of worried.
and Rhyno was one of the first guests, if you want to call them that.
That got there.
And Dave was a huge ECW fan back in the day, which was Extreme Championship Wrestling, but it was the company that Rhyno was mostly known for. It's what made him famous. And then he went on to be in WWE and things like that, which, brought him into the, I guess, more of the mainstream. Although, again, I knew him from ECW as well, but Dave was a huge ECW fan. And so, kind of the same thing, right? Amy and I stepped back and let Dave have his moment and his experience talking to Rhyno.
Right.
But again,
we were the creepy friends.
Yeah, exactly. But again, we were one of the first groups of people there, right? Obviously, again, there were three of us. So, Dave goes over.
I love that when you fall and hear yourself hit something, so you know you're not dead, but you can't see where you are.
Nope. So Dave gets his chance to talk to Rhyno. Talks to him about how much he enjoyed him, watching his stuff and watching ECW, and bought a print from him as well, if I recall correctly, or a T-shirt or something. It might have been a T-shirt. And that was the first table we stopped at all night, and then we were there for 3 or 4 more hours. There were 100 to 200 people there, guests like us who paid to be there.
Right.
And at the end of the event, as we are leaving, Rhyno is coming back from the restroom to go back to his table, and we pass him and we wave goodnight to him. And we say, hey, thanks so much, have a great night. And he looked at us. Now, again, Amy and I didn't talk to him.
Right.
But Dave did 3 hours and 200 people ago.
Right, at least 3 hours. It may have been...
It may have been 4 or
5 hours.
God damn it. No. Nope. Missed it. Okay. But he looked at us and he went, hey, Dave, have a good night. He remembered his name.
He remembered his name.
Hours later. Hundreds of people later.
Right.
Unbelievable to me how that is a thing. It was so impressive. And, I don't subscribe to this belief. God damn it. It's fine. I don't subscribe to this belief,
you really
but I
need to get to that level with the flying hat.
I don't subscribe to this belief, but there are people out there who think that all wrestlers are meatheads, right?
Yeah.
That they're just idiots.
Yeah.
And I'll say, Rhyno is one of the 2 or 3 wrestlers that I'm aware of who have gone on from a career in wrestling to go into politics. And again, whatever people's personal opinions are with politicians, that's totally fine as well. But
also meatheads.
But I will say that experience that Dave had and that we kind of tangentially had with Rhyno showed me that dude would absolutely make a great politician.
He's legit.
Yeah. What an awesome dude to have remembered that. And again, right? You could also say he's a good businessman because Dave was someone who paid him.
Right.
For his
merchandise.
Right, his T-shirt or his print or whatever. But also showed himself as a fan.
Right.
Right? Said, I loved your work and etc. Dave also got to see Tommy Dreamer that night, which was something that Dave was very happy about as well.
I loved getting to see Tommy Dreamer because he was with... Who was he with?
He was with... Oh, God.
Do you remember?
Yeah, he was like the Jersey Shore bro from TNT.
Yeah.
From TNA. I just don't remember his name.
I loved this guy. Okay. So while Dave was gushing over Tommy Dreamer, I'm talking to the other guy because he's standing next to him and I'm standing next to Dave. So Dave's talking to Tommy Dreamer, and I guess you were too, or
to a degree,
or
I was just listening and enjoying, yeah.
And I'm talking to the guy who's standing next to Tommy Dreamer. I don't know who he is and whatever, but
Robbie E.
Robbie E.
That's
who it was.
Got it.
Okay. And this dude was fucking cool.
Which Amy has never said about anyone that could be described as a Jersey Shore type.
Correct. Correct. And I won't start. Except for today.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So this guy was fucking cool, and he's talking to me about, I don't know how we got on it. He said that he was gay, I think.
I do not remember that and will not say definitively one way or another.
Something
on that
of that nature. And he said that, like, it...
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding. Sorry.
He said that he was the biggest fan of Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, okay.
Because he had a total crush on him. And I said, yeah, for me it was Ginger Spice. Because it was like... because it was like when I was in elementary school, it was like all the kids that I was friends with, all the girls that I was friends with were like, oh, like Jonathan Taylor Thomas and all this like crap.
Oh, God.
And I had a crush on fucking Ginger Spice. Jerry Halliwell, like from fucking Spice Girls.
Yep.
And I was fucking weird. And so, like, I didn't talk about it, So we were having a conversation about, like, how weird it is when you, like, first figure it out. Because this is, like the first crush that you have. And, like, everyone of the same gender as you is, has a very different crush, let's say that. But he was very funny.
You've got to be kidding.
And very sweet, and
yeah,
and he was saying great things about Tommy Dreamer as well, of course.
Yeah, clearly.
As he was standing right next to him and in love with him. So.
Yeah. This is going to be a very long episode, but I'm enjoying the discussions and the stories and stuff. We also saw. So I'll preface this like kind of screw you-esque statement. One of the other people that we met that night was Hurricane Helms. And he was one of the three like main draws that night, along with Kevin Nash and Armando Estrada. Even though I was there to see everybody that wasn't those people. Right. I much more enjoyed seeing Goldust and, like, Matt Hardy and DDP, but, and Rikishi.
I loved seeing DDP. I loved seeing the Blue Meanie.
Blue Meanie was hilarious.
Fucking funniest dude on the planet.
So cool.
Oh my God.
Just the best. But anyway, so we met Hurricane Helms, but we didn't buy the, like, VIP tickets.
Yeah.
Right? We spent enough money to just go there when going there alone cost you money because, like, you had to pay to get in the door.
Right.
It was free drinks or like, you could pay for a special ticket to get, like, free drinks all night, which we're not drinkers, so we weren't going to do that. Plus, I drove there, so I wasn't drinking, regardless.
Yeah. Well, I think we brought, like, water bottles or something.
Oh, hell yeah. We were there for hours.
Yeah.
But we didn't pay for the, like, VIP experience where you could stand in line and get, like, a special print with Kevin Nash and Armando Estrada and Hurricane Helms. And at one point, right, they're walking through...
Separately, not together, right? Or together?
I think they were all on the same print, but it was like bubbles. Like, it wasn't like they were standing there next to each other in the print. It was like a circle with one guy, a circle with the other guy, and a circle with the third or something.
Gotcha.
If I remember correctly. Because, again, we didn't pay for it, so I could be wrong on that. But at one point, they stepped out because there was, like, a presentation portion where, like, Kevin Nash got on the mic and he was saying some stuff and, like, thanking everybody for coming and everything. And Hurricane Helms is walking through the crowd, and I remember, like, Kevin Nash is walking through the crowd, and again, for people who are wrestling fans, you'll get this, but for people who aren't, right? Oh God. He was holding up the Too Sweet sign, the hand thing, and bopping people's fingers with it. So it's like the fist bump, but it was like his thing when he was a character
like
in wrestling.
Little, you know, token thing.
Right, was him and his friends would do that, would do the too sweet. And he was like, I got one from him, even though I like wasn't a huge fan of the Click back then. I wasn't really watching wrestling at that time in my life, but I can still now say that I got a too sweet from Kevin Nash, so that's a thing.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
That's basically why I did it. And then Hurricane Helms walked by, and it seemed like he was like going to get himself a drink or coming back from the bathroom or something, and Dave reached out his hand and like wanted to like take a selfie or something with him or something like that, just as he was walking by. And his girlfriend, manager, both was with him and like jumped in front of Dave and like placed her camera or her hand in front of Dave's camera or phone or whatever. And was like, did you pay for a VIP? And like, we were like, okay, sorry. So again, to a degree, I get it, right? Guy's got to make money. That's why he's there. But also at the same, so I'm not as vehemently saying, you know, something about him as I did about Carlito, who was just rude. I get it. It was just like a very like off-putting experience to have her jump in front like that and like have that kind of a reaction.
Yeah, especially when like most of the other people who were there were just cool.
Well, that's why I'm saying like,
you know,
thank God,
like
that's fine.
They were just like not assholes.
Yeah, like
and not to say that makes you an asshole, because I don't think it does. And if everyone was acting that way, then I would get it. But it was like,
yeah, like Kevin Nash was giving out two sweets and like, you know, walking around and like if you walked up to a table and like took a picture of a wrestler and not with them, like they weren't gonna be like, excuse me, you gotta pay for that, like, you know. And yet for Helms, like his, again, the woman that he was with, girlfriend, manager, whatever, both, she was very aggressive in like stopping Dave from taking that photo. And actually, I would love people's opinions on that. Because again, I can completely understand if somebody's like, dude, he's got to make money. Like, she was preventing you from taking that picture because if you want a picture, pay for it. Right?
But why, though? Like, if you want a signed picture, yeah. If you want a picture of yourself with the person, yeah.
Right.
But, like, just taking a picture, like, that's stupid to me. Because, you know, she can complain about it and be a bitch, but, you know, at the end of the day, we can just come home and print one off the fucking internet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
You know, like,
sure.
I don't know. I mean, the reason why he's doing it, I guess, is so that he has a picture, so he can say, like, look who I met.
Sure.
You know? But, like, I mean, saying, look who I met is different.
Right.
You know, that's not something you should have to pay for.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, so it was, I mean, look, that whole night was an incredible experience. I would say worth every penny.
Oh, yeah. For me, it was, I mean.
Me too.
Maria Kanellis showed up. And was amazing. And,
yes.
Like, towards the end of the night when she was leaving, she called me honey.
She did. Hun.
I
thought maybe it was honey. I thought it was hun.
One of the two.
Regardless, same thing.
She was like, oh, have a good night, hun.
Yeah.
And I was like,
she spoke to me. Yeah.
When I took pictures of her, I was like, oh, my hand's around her waist.
All right, this is going to be...
I was like a trembling schoolboy. It was like disgusting.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I need 4 more coins. 4 more coins. That's it. Just 4. 4 more. Please don't. Thank God. Okay. Come on. 4 more.
She was the sweetest and just like, she's just like the most beautiful. I mean, like, it's insane. Because I was like, okay, you know, she is a celebrity, you know. So when she's, you know, on The Celebrity Apprentice or on a wrestling show, she's got, like, an amount of makeup on.
Sure.
And the makeup
stylists that work for the organization
Exactly.
that like help her out. And
right, and the makeup is like high enough quality. You know, that it makes her look really good on camera and stuff like that. But like in person, she's not going to be that pretty. And, you know, if she is wearing makeup, it's not going to be, you know, super incredible makeup. And if it is, like, you'll be able to tell in person that it just looks like she's wearing a lot of makeup instead of just being that innately beautiful. But she really is that innately beautiful.
You have to do it every time. Fine. I thought you did it once and it was done. Whatever.
What?
See ya.
I'm sorry. I love you.
No, it's
What
cool.
is it?
I have to go prepare the cannon again for the last star. But hey, we got the 100 coins,
We got the 100 coins.
which means there's 5 stars remaining.
Okay.
One of which is back in this level. So, but yeah, ironically enough, I will say that WrestleMania, on the other hand, was not good. I did not love that WrestleMania of all of them, which was unfortunate because we paid a fair bit of money to go. The experience of being...
Well, but you really would have...
Oh, God.
But you really would have regretted it had you paid to go to the meet and greet and
Oh,
not
hell
gone
yeah.
to WrestleMania.
Hell yeah.
You know? And I'm really glad you got to do both, because now looking back on it, you can say the weekend was worth it because of the meet and greet.
Oh, I was going to say, the experience of attending a WrestleMania was 100% worth it.
Okay.
When looking at many of the WrestleManias that preceded and followed that WrestleMania, it was definitely the weakest of them by a fair amount. Good
You are
Lord.
the weakest link.
Yeah, goodbye. Wrestlers were on the weakest link. Anyway, yeah. Surprise, surprise,
Maria
Kane was one of the
Kanellis
smartest. No.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But was dressed as Kane.
That's hilarious.
So he had the mask on and the
Yeah.
onesie.
And then, like, gross hair that looks like it got, like, a swirly. Like, somebody dunked it in a toilet and then just took it out and it dried like that.
Yep. Alright, so we move down here. But yeah, anyway, so it was definitely the weaker of the WrestleManias. I was very happy that I got to see, the one that I brag about is that I got to see Undertaker's last match of his winning streak.
Oh, okay.
Because the next year he lost for the
Yeah.
first time. It was upsetting to me that it had to be against CM Punk that he won. But it was a great match. I think the two of them did a great job. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Well, yeah, I mean, The Undertaker and CM Punk, how can you go wrong?
Yeah. So there was that. What other good matches were on that?
I'm sure the promos leading up to that were probably pretty good, too.
They were interesting. The thing that I didn't love about
Or
it...
was it, like, a shitty storyline?
The thing I didn't love about it was that Paul Bearer had just died. Like, the actor who played Paul Bearer. And so there was so much of the story that revolved around CM Punk being shitty about Paul Bearer's death.
Oh, that sucks.
Because he was the heel in this
Right,
situation.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, he's, like, taking the Undertaker's urn and, like, disrespecting Paul Bearer while doing it. And it's
Yeah,
like,
that's
I don't love
up.
that, right? Like,
that's
I just didn't. It was just, you know, I'm watching it and I'm like, I don't like that because a man died. And I get it. Wrestling is pretty notorious for doing that. Where,
Right.
like, if someone's father dies, they
Right.
use it in a storyline as much as they can. And it's like,
Right, and
that's
there's like
shitty.
a fair modicum of you know, understanding
Correct.
that the wrestlers have towards something like that.
Correct.
But it does, like, that kind of thing can affect someone's grieving process, and that's not really fair.
Right. And you know, there's always discussions of like, well, Paul Bearer was in the business, so he knows that that's how business is done. That like people are going to be, you know, disrespecting your name because they're heels and they got to do that. And there's always people that will say that, and yet it doesn't always sit super well with me.
Right.
Personally.
Agreed. Because it's a fucked up thing to do. You know, but, you know, that's how they make heels super healy.
Exactly. Oh god, please don't throw me off this thing. Please. Damn it! Okay, I'm still alive. Oh god, get up, run away. Get over here. Bait him this way. Yeah.
Nice.
We did it. We finished the level. We finished the episode. Oh my god, high five near the mic. Okay. Oh god. Holy crap.
Just took talking about wrestling the whole episode.
I mean, it was still a damn long episode and took me forever. But, alright, so there are 4 stars remaining. Just 4. And as we know from having...
Wait, 4 total?
Yeah, there's 120 in the game.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
We're so close to finishing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. So we know that there is at least one in here, right? Because the 8 red coins are in there.
Okay.
So that's 1. We know that in the Bowser levels in the past, there have been 8 red coins.
Okay.
So we know that there's 1 in there. So that's 2. And there's 2 more remaining. So we will figure out where those last 2 are, and we will get all 4 of them, presumably in the next episode, and then depending on how long that took us, we will see whether we go to another episode to beat Bowser, or just finish the game right then and there.
Wow, okay.
Okay, we're getting near the end of this.
Are y'all
one.
ready? Woo!
So please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Any and all opinions that you have on any of the wrestlers that we talked about today. We would love to hear from you. If you have opinions on my feelings regarding how Hurricane Helms' manager reacted to us, to Dave attempting to take a quick picture of him or with him or whatever.
Or if y'all just want to spam the comments with saying that Dave is clearly the creepy friend, not me.
Exactly. I learned that. Dave is the creepy... Maria Kanellis said so.
Exactly. And... So it's canon.
Hashtag Amy creepy friend. So, thank you all so very much for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed. This one was a fun one, definitely. I will say, my opinion, this level was a ton easier than TikTok Clock.
It seemed it.
A ton.
It seemed it.
Like, falling off wasn't that big of a deal, because it was like, oh, okay, whatever, we just go back here, no big deal. But like,
well, and it seemed to be a lot less stressful for you when you died in this one. So, like, even if you died the same number of times as TikTok Clock,
sure,
like, getting back into TikTok Clock and getting back to a spot where you had left off was, like, torture for you.
It sucked. Yeah. Yeah. Although, again, with this one, it wasn't that the platforming itself was, like, super difficult. It was just a lot of waiting around.
Yeah.
So, it may have, like, taken more time, but, yeah. This one was good. I enjoyed it. And look, that's it. Course 15 here. Done. 14, 13, 12, etc. Like, all of them are done. And now, presumably, there are only Castle Secret stars left. And with 4 stars remaining and 11 Castle Secret stars, it looks like there are 15 total Castle Secret stars to go through. So, once again, thank you all so very much for watching. I really do hope that everyone enjoyed.
Yes.
Please feel free to do all that fun YouTube stuff. Commenting, like we said, because we would love to hear from all of you about anything and everything that you felt about this episode. Whether it's the
Dave's the creepy one.
I was going to say whether it's the talking about the conversation or the game itself. Whatever you want to talk about, we're here for you. And doing all that other stuff, liking, subscribing, sharing, ringing the bell to be notified when all of our videos come out, including the finale of this series.
Yes.
Which is coming either this week or the week after. Or, sorry, next week or the week after. But for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.